Well, there it is, folks. This is January 2nd. You remember, if you watched the first video, I was talking about the spraying programs as they were spraying. It was a perfectly blue sky, and you could see that there was nothing but chemtrails going back and forth in the sky. And I talked about how I observed the weather for like a year, because they've been spraying virtually every single day for the past year, and I've been observing it, not just here, in other places too. I live here in Lake Wales, but when I worked in Bartow, they were spraying over the Bartow area. When we go to our church in Tampa, they were heavily spraying in the Tampa Bay area. So it's not just here, it's many different places over Central Florida, and most likely even where you live. But today we have wet. I'm going to show the road here. You can see it's wet. You can see the ground. I don't know if you can tell the ground's wet, but we have wet and cloudy, and it's cold, and I can't unfortunately show you on the on here that it's cold, but this is Central Florida here. You know, for me, I'm in shorts, and the weather is obviously much warmer. It is in many places of the country, but you know, it's much cooler than what it was yesterday, and what it would be is probably somewhere right around, I don't know, mid-60s, I would say, maybe upper 50s, but it's dramatically cooled. And as I kind of do my little panorama walk here, it's just nothing but clouds. It's a sea of clouds. So this right here is, I guess, and I believe in, you know, logic and scientific reason and everything, and the proof is in the pudding. I was talking about how this aerosol spray program is actually weather control that's been going on in this country since at least the mid-90s in these aerosol spray programs, but it's really been going on since the Vietnam War, and even before, as they were learning how to do this type of a thing for military application. So in the Vietnam War, it was used to wash out bridges. They would take clouds during the season when it was not rainy and it would not rain, and it would take I believe it was iodide or iodine or something, some kind of, you go back and actually research this for yourself and find out exactly what was used, and see an interview from one of the now older gentlemen who was involved in this program that was talking about it. But they take and they I'll just show the kind of the wet road again. I'm trying to show people's homes. Maybe soda, I forget what it was, but anyway, yeah, when it is impossible for it to rain, they would find a cloud, they'd pick their cloud, and they would just milk it with this stuff day after day after day until they got the cloud built up to the point where they wanted it, and in the location that they wanted it, and they caused it to rain for military tactical advantage, and flood and wash out a bridge or bridges or whatever different applications. I happen to know like one or two that were discussed in this interview with this person, Alex Jones interviewed, that was involved in this program. But you can see this is the globalists gone mad. They're totally controlling our weather. They're putting all this crap in our air. They're altering and changing the normal weather pattern, because if it wasn't for all this, and please go back and watch my videos, because I chronicle from the beginning of the day where it was blue sky. I mean, until these people came out and crapped up our air with all this stuff, it was completely blue sky. There wasn't a cloud anywhere. They spun their webs. By the afternoon, it was looking cloudy. Okay, it was cloudy, and you can see that in the video too. That was 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I took those videos, between 4 and 5. And then here the next day, we have rain. can see rain on some driveways, and you know, we have rain, we have wet ground, and we got this, and cooler weather. So, you know, these guys are obviously, I guess, keeping us cooler than what we normally would be, and trying to regulate our temperature and our weather and all kinds of different things for reasons that they're well of and they understand. Could it bridge into national security? It could. It could go beyond just weather control programs. But obviously, when I'm showing you, I document this from the beginning to the end, and I want the whole world to see exactly what this aerosol spraying does. And like I said, this has been repeated. I spoke this before it happened because I had watched by observation. I had told you that this is what happens, and now the proof. This, everybody, is the proof. This is what it does. This is obviously what I say it is. It is weather control. This is Todd Nessa from godlyamerica.org, which is my baby, godlyamerica.org. And the real purpose for Godly America is to help win this info war. And I am partnering with Alex Jones and others in this info war. My real goal is to take it to the church, wake them up from this mind control, from the corporate media and the rehash from the Christian media of the global corporate media, and that's what it is. It's rehash instead of astute journalism, also called journalism of the prostitute. Members of the press, but they prostituted themselves to corporate agendas. Instead of reporting the real news, they shape people's opinions through the news. But anyway, all that aside, here's the proof. Have a good day.